Hi all, welcome to my channel Atha Yoga. Now Yoga. Today let's talk about what is yoga. Yoga is practiced by millions of people all around the world. There are a lot of misconceptions around it. Like yoga is only for flexible people or yoga is a religion. The moment I say yoga, the picture that comes to your mind is, doing some difficult asanas or a headstand or a padmasana. When you look at Patanjali Yoga Sutra, which is considered to be the most authentic written source of yoga, out of the 195 sutras, only 3 talk about asanas. So what is yoga? The word yoga literally translates to yoke, to union. There are different forms of yoga and there are different meanings of yoga. You might have now heard this famous quote which everybody is quoting in India. Ekam sat vipra bahuda vadanti. There is only one truth. The sages sees it in different names. Similarly, yoga, based on the type of form that you take, has a different meaning. Yoga chitta vritti nirodha. Yoga is controlling the fluctuations of a mind. Yoga karmasu kaushalya. Yoga is excellence in action. Perhaps if we try to understand the purpose of yoga, then we could really understand it much better. So what is the purpose of yoga? Not just yoga, the purpose of any Indian tradition or culture, if you look at it, the purpose is liberation, Mukthi, or freedom. Even if you go to a remote village in India, and if you find a man who has done no studies, who is completely illiterate, and if you see somebody who is a sage, the only thing that he asks is, help me to get Mukti. So it's kind of, part of culture of India, Mukti. So what is this Mukti? Everything that is physical is cyclical in nature. We are products of this cyclical nature. Our very own idea of time is based on this cyclical nature. Earth goes around an orbit, we call it a day. Moon goes around Earth, we call it a month. Earth goes around the sun, we call it a year. Our idea of time is based on this cyclical nature. Hence, as long as we are in our physical body, we are bound by this cyclical nature and the compulsion it brings to you. This cyclical nature is what we call as samsara. Iha samsare, bahudussare, krupaya pare, pahi murare. Escaping this cyclical nature is what we call as mukti, liberation or freedom. Yoga is a science. Yoga is a method where we could ride this samsara without getting trapped towards our freedom, our liberation or mukti. There are 4 realities in one's life: mind, body, energy, and emotions. If one wants to achieve something in his life, he has to do with these 4 aspects. If you use your body and move towards the mukti, liberation, we call it as karma yoga, because you're using your body, you're doing action and you're trying to reach the liberation. We call it as karma yoga. If you use your intellect, mind, we call it as Jnana yoga. If you use your emotions, we call it as Bhakti yoga. If you use your very life energies, we call it as Raja yoga. We can talk more in detail about what these 4 aspects of yoga in the next episode. Yoga, some people try to associate yoga with religion. The idea of yoga predates the very concept of religion. It is like saying, if you say yoga as Hindu, it's like saying gravity as Christianity. So the more we go deeper, we can talk about different aspects of yoga. The end goal, the purpose of yoga is liberation, knowing that by which we shall know everything. Namaskaram.